It must be sick. Yeah. Paparazzi around now, he's right.
Where are you from again? Oh yeah.
Your handy,
Will you hold that for a second?
Your handy tripod, lean on.
Just hold that for a second.
I can't. No, I'm not
Use your hand because I want to take a picture. Hold on, hold that smile, Larry.
How does it smile?
Hold on.
This way, look at me. Don't
Look at me, don't look at him.
Look at cutie pie.
So this is the madness going on all week.
That's I know.
At least this will be over.
Can I get a picture with him?
You said that.
Where's the romance?
That's actually my uncle. That was my uncle. He's just been called a bollock. Okay, here we go.
Thanks everybody for coming in. I want to welcome you all, or in particular our visitors from Detroit to the Mansion House. Regrettably, the Lord Mayor couldn't be here, so I'm deputising. My name is Councillor Larry O'Toole. I'm the deputy. But again, I want to welcome you and welcome all my colleagues here. And I'm going to go through some names here. A shout will lead you out. And in no particular order. Councillor Dahi Doolan.
That's me. Unshaw.
Councillor Michael O'Brien. Councillor John Lyons. Yes. Councillor Breed Smith. Councillor Greg Kelly. Councillor Kieran O'Moore. Councillor Nolene O'Reilly. And I nearly left out Councillor my colleague, Councillor Leon McDonagh.
Councillor Mickey Mack.
Deputy Joan Collins, who has joined us here, thanks very much, Joan.
Vincent Jackson.
Councillor Vincent Jackson.
He used to live here before.
He used to live here.
It's a subtle jumper, you'd never tell he was him.
Never know, is it there? No. Vincent, thanks very much. Vincent was a former Lord Mayor of the city some time ago.
Before he wore city jumpers.
He liked dressing up since then.
I'd like to also welcome Brendan Ogle from the Brendan Ogle, Dave Gibney and Cormac O'Donnelly from the trade union, different trade unions. Billy Wall.
No.
Not here. And I know Richie's not here. I was hoping Richie would be here. Richie's a powerful singer, as some of you might know. So he's not here anyway. And then also now our visitors, Justin D'Amico at Peace. That's a great name. M-I-N. Is that okay? Yeah. And you're very welcome. Look, as you have done. The first time I got the chance to meet you, and you're away home tomorrow, I think, or this evening. I do know from talking to all my colleagues and some of the union people that you have made a great contribution to this struggle against the water charges since the time you've been here. You've also, I think, in one way, breathed a little bit of life into it. That, you know yourselves when you're struggling away there, sometimes you can go a bit flat. Councillor Pat Dunn, sorry.
I didn't even notice.
When he mentioned flat, he thought of Pat. Councillor Flat Dunn.
I love people who can multitask.
Yeah.
One of those jumpers. No, but seriously, you have given the campaign the boost that it was needed. And I know you've been throughout the city. You were on the north side of the city. Fortunately, you have to go to the south side of the city.
Hey!
You did visit us over on the north side. You have given us, as I say, a great boost. We are more than very appreciative of what you have done coming here to us. And I'm delighted to welcome you here to the Mansion House for this small occasion. But however, it's your last night here, as you say. I think also it's great, it's powerful. All of us in this room here have been at some sort of struggle one way or the other. Nationally, locally, community, and we're all, in our way, community activists like that, and people who are in struggle. And it's good and great and a powerful thing that we have people coming from, I don't know, 6,000 miles or whatever it is, across the broad Atlantic to, join with us here in this particular struggle. And this is one of the best probably struggles or campaigns that I've been ever involved in. This has really taken off. On the streets of Dublin, and you were there yourselves on Wednesday, I went through the crowds. I've seen people from all over Ireland, every part of Ireland. I've seen families. I've seen people out to make a statement, but enjoy themselves also. It was some way like a day out. It was that powerful feeling. As I say, I've been marching around the city, I suppose, longer than I care to say. But this was a really good occasion. And I did see, because when you get to my age, you can get the measure of people. I saw people on that march that I know for a fact probably never were on a march in their lives before. Older people like myself, they would never. And I got that sense that these were people who had decided enough is enough. We're going to Dublin. We're going to support this march, and they did in their thousands. Now I'm not going to count the numbers or whatever. There's a debate, was it 30,000, was it 90,000? Anyway, that doesn't matter whatsoever. It's the strength and the heart of that march, not how many cotton up, how many were there, how many weren't there. I wouldn't even get into that. It was what was going on inside people's hearts and inside their heads, and saying, enough is enough, we are not going to take this. But you brought a tremendous lot to that event and to your work there in the last week. So I want to thank you on behalf of the citizens of Dublin, on behalf of our comrades here. Thank you sincerely for your visit and your effort and your great support. And long may it continue, because that's what people in struggle are about, supporting each other from across the sea or whatever. Now, I won't say any more.
Come on, Maher.
Well, I'm over here getting teary-eyed. Because the sincerity of appreciation is overwhelming. Just realizing that you don't know that you're making a sacrifice, or you don't really think about the sacrifice you're making when you know that something needs to be done. And to, come here and realize that it's not like saying, oh, thank you. It's like, we really appreciate, like you can feel it from the heart. And that is what's been the most powerful and most overwhelming since we've been here. So I'm truly, truly grateful for my team. I'm sure it's truly, truly grateful. And you already know about us, so we don't have to make a speech about what we do and how, what's happening in Detroit and all of that. So this is good. But we do want to put an explanation at the end of it, and just let you all know from my heart, and speaking for the group tonight, so for the hearts of each and every one of us, we're family now. Okay? So just because we're 4,000 miles away, I'm not going to go. I want to. But just because we're 4,000 miles away, because you guys have grown on me now. Like, for real. Like, I'll be going home and thinking about y'all and remembering. But thank God we got Facebook, we got social media, we got Skype. There's so many things to stay in touch. But we're family now, And don't ever let the miles keep us apart. If y'all need us, we're only a keystroke away or a phone call away. And we know that you're the same. So take the love. We need to elevate the vibration of love on the planet and in this movement. I believe in physics and the law of attraction, right? And so if we keep our elevation and our energy high like we were at the rally and, everybody in loving spirits and energy, even though we know we have to do some very powerful things, then we're going to make it, because that level of vibration of love and happiness and hope and peace is something that if you're not practicing it, you won't ever attain it. So the politicians and those who may be against this movement, if they're not flowing and moving in the spirit of love, and you all are, then they can't stop you. It's impossible. It's against the universal law that we all live by, the law of gravity, the law of, of supply and demand, all that. So I just want to say really, really thank you all so much. Thank you is not even an appropriate word to Brendan and Dave, you two. phenomenal. Like
Here.
surrogate husbands. I got surrogate husbands. My two surrogate husbands. I'm really grateful. They took tremendous care of us. And, I had a little spoil moment tonight because I wasn't able to freshen up and everything like I thought I would be able to. But that, I had to put that in there. I had to put that in there because I've had 2 suitcases for tonight. I had my cocktail I was just ready to go. But no, in all truth and honesty, nothing can compare to what we experienced this week. Absolutely nothing on the planet. And just know that this is not the end of us. We will see you again when you all win and we have that victory. We're coming back to celebrate.
We are.
Okay.
If I could just add a quick word. This is infinitely better reception than the one we received from our mayor. A whole lot better than
Brilliant.
But in all seriousness, it has been an overwhelming experience for us this week. We have been in so many different communities and speaking with people who truly have become activated. I'm not talking about just politicians and counselors and even trade unions. I'm talking about community members, people who are unaffiliated necessarily to any particular party or any particular movement or union, just regular people who have become activated, who have realized the power that they have. And I hope that it becomes about more than just the water, and it has become about more than just the water. But it really does come back to the essence of trying to build a better world, of trying to become a more just, a more equitable, a more compassionate society. And so the vast ocean of water that divides us has become the thing that unites us, really, the water. And so know that your struggle is our struggle, that we will continue to support you and show solidarity with you. But when you win your fight, we're going to need you to come over and help us win ours. And thank you so much, and really just thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
I know a number of people want to, say a couple of different words of thank you, farewell, or a tribute. Dahi, you start.
Right. Maybe on behalf of the Champagne Group, just to thank ye for coming over here. I know it's an important time for all families coming there at the end of the year, the holiday season, and thanks for sacrificing coming over here. I think we're all involved, we're all involved in struggle. I think we're all internationalists and outward looking in our politics. That's what the left is about. And I think sometimes in struggle you've moments that are special. Sometimes in struggle you've moments when you actually get to meet people that are special and that inspire you. I think that happened to us this week. I think something really good happened this week in Ireland. I think it was a culmination of work, and I must applaud the trade unions, particularly Brendan and Dave. Applaud them for having the vision. I think for having also the patience, the resilience to work with a bunch of people like us who have hands up. We're the most difficult people. I've been living with myself for a few years now, and I find it difficult.
Apart from you, they're all right.
That's right. And that's what I'm going to call you later on about. But I think we managed to bring us all together and work on the left with trade unions and communities. We had the privilege of meeting Valente Brett of the State to work together to try and shift the politics. And when you find people in hairdressers talking class politics, you know there's a difference. I think there's a difference. But anyway, all I have to say is wish you safe home. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you again. And Chucky Arlaw.
Again, I've had the pleasure to meet all 4 of you in Crumlin at our reception for you on Tuesday night. I think I bumped into 1 or 2 of you another night. We leave that aside.
Jesus, no, don't tell us.
The issue was raised by Dottie and indeed by Arlie as Deputy Mayor here tonight about the international aspect of struggle. And I think you have showed by your involvement here how important that is. I remember as a young man reading James Connolly socialism made easy, but explained internationalism. And this week was an example of that, and I was inspired and frightened, as were most of the people that heard your particular contributions in Crumlin the other night, about how society can get to a stage where you have a huge number of people in a city denied of the basic right of water, simply because of the desire of profits by international companies. Myself and most of the other people here, my colleague John Collins from the United Left and others, we fought earlier this year against the greed of a privatised company that took over our bin services. Many of us, a number of us, Tina McVeigh and Dublin City Council and other councils, were brought to the High Court because of the community solidarity actions that we took. We will have to fight the establishment, but we will do it in a better way, knowing that it's not just local, it's part of an international struggle to defend the rights of ordinary people. And I think it was Stocking said about a better world. I was also inspired by the famous folk singer Woody Guthrie, who had a great song said, "There's a better world coming, don't you say?" Yeah. I believe there's a better world coming, and it's also thanks to you for being here.
Come on, Pat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do something very un-Irish way, like I'm going to express my affection for you all, so a piece. Pleasure to meet you.
Bring it in, bring it in. Yeah.
And what about Larry?
To be honest, the last week I was mentioning Larry. There's an old expression from an Irish trade union leader called "an injury to one is a concern of all." You know, so what happens to people in Detroit should matter to people.
That's right.
So what I've learned from you this week is to actually express more forthrightly and more consistently that it's love and humanity, decent people linked together in common cause against what is a capitalist system, which is global. So it is about the international aspect of the fight that we're involved in. Because we are in the middle of, after 6 years of very, very brutal austerity, we actually are in the middle of a major mass movement. But at times, I think in this country, it's fair to say, there's a certain exceptionalism that what happens to us only happens to us here, you know, but it doesn't happen to people in Greece, and it doesn't happen to people in Spain and Portugal and Germany and France and in the United States. So it's been hugely important. I think the Right to Order did a brilliant job to invite you over, and you did an amazing job. I met you on Monday in Trinity College, and that evening in Edenmore, you went to Crumlin, you went down to Cork, you were in, I think, Dundalk as well. Amazing amount of energy and spirit. So just from People Before Profit, Councillor Breed Smith is here as well as myself and the rest of us here. Big thank you, and hope to see you again soon.
We all know it, but anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Well, just to echo some of the points that we made, that to pay tribute to yourselves first and foremost for the impact you've had during the course of the week. I was talking to colleagues of mine, anti-austerity alliance councillors from Cork, who came up to Dublin today for a meeting, and they said you had a massive impact down there yesterday and in Cove. And a point I've tried to get across a few times at meetings, and last night with Vincent Brown, if he let me get a word in edgeways, that what people have said to me during the course of recent weeks and months out on the north side of the city, people who came to the meeting in the Concord pub in Edenmore last Monday night, is that the whole experience for them, getting active for the first time, standing up for themselves, has been utterly transformative, not just on the issue of water itself, but it's just broadened their political horizons in so many ways. And an aspect of that was them becoming aware at a very early stage of their own activity about what was taking place in Detroit, that it was being shared on social media about the struggle that people went through, and that had a deep impact. And I think for me, that what happened in the Concord in Edenmore was an emotional roller coaster, because I think most of the night was very, very celebratory in character. Like, we had the speeches from yourselves, and there wasn't much room left for Q&A. We just had a hoolie, as we call it over here. But I specifically recall when it was being related about the impact of what you call the shut-offs, what we call the disconnections on the side of the water, and the 72-hour deadline after which, you know, elderly relatives and children can be taken into state care forcibly, and just the hush that descended on the Concord, which is not a pub known for having many moments of hush. But still, people gasped, and I think that was quite emotive for people. And just to say, like, at an earlier stage of the struggle, the not total disconnection, but partial disconnection